Imagine being assigned as the leader of a school that has been on the chronically low performing list, that has not been academically successful, with a poor climate and culture, and you have been asked to make significant improvements in 1 year. Well, that was the charge that I was given several years ago, and guess what? I made it happen. I am a culture changer. I am a climate shifter, and I go by the name of Shayla Savage. And this is Leading the Savage Way. I want to take you on a journey on how I moved multiple schools off the low performing list while exceeding or meeting growth for 15 consecutive years, and how I significantly shifted the climate and culture at 3 schools, which resulted in positive student achievement results. The foundation of any school is the culture and climate. When students and staff are in an environment where they feel a sense of belonging, magical things can happen. For example, during my last year at an elementary school, we challenged students to meet goals during the end of year testing, which included at least a 10% increase in proficiency in reading, math, and science, and having a 100% attendance rate during all testing days for all grade levels. And guess what? They all bought in and they did it. This was a sheer result of a positive culture and climate. School climate and culture, they are so very important. Focusing on culture and climate will give you the most bang for your buck. Some results of a positive climate and culture are improved student achievement. It builds a sense of community. There's a high level of attendance and engagement for students and staff, and it increases teacher retention. There's a song that you all may have heard, and it goes a little like this. To the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. Well, my friends, I hate to tell you this, but Beyonce was not talking about teachers, as teachers are literally irreplaceable. We need to do all that we can do to ensure that our teachers stay, especially our superstar teachers. The question then becomes, how much does an irreplaceable teacher cost? When a top teacher leaves an average school, only 1 in 6 replacements will be of similar quality. But for a low-performing school, that number almost doubles. When a top teacher leaves a low-performing school, only 1 in 11 replacements will be of similar quality. So today I want to share with you the framework for leading the Savage Way. If you do these 6 things consistently, you will see a change in the culture and climate in your building. According to Warren Bennis, in order to serve its purpose, a vision has to be a shared vision. Number 1, shared vision and goals. Do you know how the story ends? As a leader, you should have a story in mind of what success looks like for your school. You must start your journey with a positive mindset. Take the time to sit down and create a story that describes the success you've experienced and the success you desire to see. I started my career as a principal in an elementary school in which I was the first Black principal. And for a period of time, I was the only Black person in the building. Initially, tensions were very high and the staff did not buy into my vision at all. There were a group of teachers that petitioned the superintendent to have me removed, but when the scores came back, we were the #1 Title I school in the district. Over the next 2 years, I worked extremely hard to win the students over, and they fell in love with me. Eventually, the teachers bought into my vision, and that's when the magic happened that I spoke about earlier. I got a call about an opportunity to come to an elementary school in another district. Unlike my first experience, I was welcomed with open arms at this school. This was a forgotten school which was receiving support from the state of North Carolina that had never exceeded academic growth. We were able to exceed growth for the very first time in history. And over the course of the years, the school that once had a school report card grade of an F moved to a school report card grade of a C. In the midst of COVID, I received a call to make a move to go to another school. This school was in a similar situation as the previous school, as it had not met academic growth, and it was one of the lowest performing schools in the state. There was a huge opportunity for success, and that is the vision that I helped shape with my staff. Over the course of 2 years, we were able to exceed academic growth 2 consecutive years, moving from the bottom 5% in the state in growth to the top 30% in the state. I say all of that to say this: convince your staff that you know as the leader how the story ends. Provide inspiration as a source of guidance to determine what success looks like for all students, staff, parents, and the community while developing a shared vision. There's a great quote that states, "Leadership is all about people. It is not about organizations. It is not about plans. It is not about strategies. It is all about people motivating people to get the job done. You have to be people-centered." Colin Powell. Number 2, invest in people and build relationships. Are you making small deposits into your staff each day? Making small deposits are important, as there will be a time when you will need to make a withdrawal and you must have something to pull from. You can make deposits by taking the time to talk to your staff and to get to know your staff. Do you know the names of their children? Do you have any common interests with your staff members? Tap into those things. Spend one-on-one time with each staff member. Get to know what their career aspirations are and help people work towards their goals. Call people by their names. Learn the names of your staff and your students. Be intentional about building relationships each day. High expectations and belief in people lead to high performance so very often. Belief creates fact. Paul Hershey. Number 3, set clear procedures and expectations. What do you need to set your procedures around? Align your procedures and expectations around your shared vision. Determine your non-negotiables in the key areas of academics and discipline. Develop comprehensive plans for those key areas. Once the expectations and procedures are set, be sure they are in writing and communicated in multiple ways, which leads me to the next step in leading the Savage way. Accountability is the glue that ties commitment to the result. Bob Proctor. Number 4, accountability for all. Good teachers love accountability. They actually want to know exactly what you expect from them. Accountability requires all employees to take ownership of the work, and it creates mutual respect. It also serves as a North Star when working towards goals. Once procedures and expectations have been established and communicated, set a level of accountability for all involved, including yourself. When determining how to hold everyone accountable, consider what the measures will be for people who do and who do not consistently meet the expectations. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Oprah Winfrey. Number 5, praise and celebrate. Learn to celebrate along the way. Celebration creates motivation needed to make it to the next goal, creates a sense of appreciation, fosters a collective sense of gratitude, and creates memories and traditions. At the beginning of every staff meeting or every meeting, I always started with a point of praise or celebration. This was done by having staff share and by highlighting positive things going on in the building and the community. Additionally, incentives were given when students and staff met goals along the way. Praising and celebrating creates a strong sense of community and an environment where focus is constantly given to positive praise. We all need people who will give us feedback. That's how we improve. Bill Gates. Number 6, gather feedback and make adjustments. In all that we do, we need to provide first-class service. I always challenge my staff by asking, are you providing a Chick-fil-A or a Popeyes level of service? In order to deliver first-class service, we must be willing to make adjustments based on feedback. Feedback can come in various forms, formal or informal, during a conversation, sometimes anonymous, in a group setting, or at an individual level. Feedback is a gift. Don't take it personal. Be sure to make the needed adjustments. In conclusion, school culture and climate matters. A positive climate has an impact on student achievement and the social-emotional well-being of students and staff. The leader sets the tone and is instrumental in creating a positive environment. This has been Leading the Savage Way. I am Shayla Savage. Make it a great day. And in the words of Tabitha Brown, if you can't have a great day, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's.